speaking about my Knicks, right? And I'm very torn, but I'm gonna pass this mic as I read the question for you right now. With the Knicks on a 7-game win streak,
Mm-hmm.
should they be active during the NBA trade deadline? And Cuzzo, I'm gonna let you start this one off while I ease my way into this program.
Yeah, sure. The New York Knicks, and I know, cousin, you're a Knicks fan. And I think Knicks fans is probably pretty funny, man. I do, because y'all look for any glimpse of hope, and I don't know what your overall objective is, or your overall agenda as a Knicks fan. Like, are y'all trying to win a championship? Because if y'all trying to win a championship, that's sailed. That's sailed. That's over. It's not happening. Not in my lifetime. It's a wrap. So I don't know what y'all hoping for. Now, you're hoping to make the playoffs. Clearly, right now, what y'all 17-13. After about 1/3 of the season, I think y'all in the 6th seed. Can y'all do a 6-5 seed? Absolutely. Can y'all go and get another player and a trade? DeMar DeRozan or something? Maybe, you know what I mean? Something like, I don't know. Can y'all do something? Maybe. But for what? Because y'all not going to get one of those dudes. A dude that's going to put you over the hump to win a championship. A dude that's going to put you over the hump to be competitive to win a championship. That's not going to happen. That ship has sailed with Donovan Mitchell. He's not coming. It's a wrap. Okay? No disrespect to the Knicks, to the Knicks fans. It's over. Do y'all want to make the playoffs, get into the first round, maybe go win like a game or two in the first round? Sure. By all means, do that. Because I don't know what your expectation is for these Knicks. Or if, as a Knicks fan, what is the expectation as a Knicks fan? To win a championship? It ain't gonna happen, bro. Okay? Because the last time you won a championship, 73? I wasn't born. Okay? The Twin Towers was not built yet, and it got knocked down already. Like, what are we really talking about? We didn't have VCRs, we didn't have DVDs, we didn't have streaming. We had nothing. It was nothing modernized in a modernized world. We didn't even have modernized NBA. There was no salary cap. What are we really talking about? You couldn't even get traded in the NBA. Nothing. When last time you won a championship? And you want me to say, should they be active in the trading deadline to win a chip? They're not that franchise. They're not that team. But good luck to y'all Knicks fans for making the playoffs and getting eliminated in the first round.
Somebody remove this cat New York card, bro. Please, can somebody remove his New York card? Because I don't know how this brother's from Queens, Hollis, Queens, and is trashing the Knicks like that. That's a problem to me. But anyway, okay. Anyway, I would say this. Okay, Musa. It hurts. I slightly agree to an extent. I think we are trying to make moves at the trade deadline for the wrong reasons. And I'm going to explain that in just about now. Okay, first of all, let me give credit where credit is due. We are winning basketball games. Hallelujah. Yep. Okay, that's for starters. Number two, Tom Thibodeau has shown more flexibility when it comes to his lineups. For a change, this man was a stubborn man, always has been, and now he's showing more flexibility. Benching Evan Fournier. Making the Godfather decision to bench his man's Derrick Rose, right? Benching, what's the other dude from Atlanta? Cam Reddish. Benching him. Okay. But I think we are making the wrong moves. I heard that we are trying to trade, for a star, potentially Eric Gordon. We peeped in the negotiations over there, just for the wrong reasons. What we are doing right now, what Leon Rose is doing, is creating a vault full of draft assets, hoping that he can use those assets to bring in a star, right? And I think that's the wrong approach, because we've been waiting for this star for like the last 10 years, okay? Absolutely. Probably further than that. And I think when I reflect back to how you should build a team, yes, if a star wants to come over there, you ain't going to say no. If Kevin Durant says, I want to be a Knick today, you ain't going to say no. If Jokic says, I want to be a Knick today, you ain't going to say no. But them cats don't want to come here. It's obvious. They don't want to deal with the pressure of being in New York. So what you need to do, instead of passing on draft picks, I will flick back to the draft. Oh, trade the pick. We creating this vault of draft assets, hoping that one day a guy can come through. And I always tell people, never put your faith in other people's hands. Don't depend on anybody else. You do it. How about you draft that star? How about you draft that superstar? When you look at the NBA, Giannis drafted. Okay, Jokic drafted. Luka drafted. Trae Young drafted. Okay, John Morant drafted. All them guys was drafted. And you had an opportunity. You wanted Donovan Mitchell, right? You had an opportunity to draft him for a way cheaper price than you was willing to pay in the offseason. So how about we draft that guy? Because those guys are there. If you need to fire some scouts, fire them. But at the end of the day, you're hoping that one day Moses will come and lead you to the promised land. I'm sorry to say, it's not going to happen. So you need to draft the Moses and hope that that Moses that you drafted with the team pick can lead you to where you want to go. Lil Shadamas.
Yeah, listen, Cuzzo, you said it perfectly. It was from a different angle, but you basically said exactly what I said. Okay, I did it with a little more, venom. Okay, but you basically said exactly what I'm saying. The organization got to get it right. Okay, and they got to start right there from the front office. They got to get it right. Okay, you can't be trying to put this puzzle together and you're missing big chunks. You got to get a guy. You got it. The NBA, you got to have a guy. If you ain't got a guy, there's no hope for you. The last time the Knicks had a guy, they depleted an entire team to get the guy. That was Carmelo Anthony. That's the last time they had a guy, right? What they did was, we're going to trade everything for Carmelo. Bring him over here to do nothing. That didn't make any sense because now you need a team around the guy. So they had a guy without a team. Okay? What are we really doing? Y'all got some good pieces right now. Y'all need a guy. Y'all need a dude. You need a John Morant. You need a Jason Tatum. You need a guy. And then I will be on. I will say, hey.
All them guys are drafted. Every guy that you're naming was drafted. Every guy. They were drafted by a team. Okay? Yeah. And they morphed into that. And they stayed pretty much. Right? Everybody that I named stayed except for Donovan Mitchell. He just got traded in the offseason. But everybody I named was drafted by the current team that they are currently on right now. Steph Curry. Same thing. Drafted. So you need to go ahead and find these guys. You know
what's going to come to the Knicks? Damian Lillard in 5 years when he's past his prime and washed up. And everybody's going to get hyped about it. We got Dame Dollar. We got Dame Lillard. And I'm going to laugh because this is comedy. Y'all do this every time. Y'all get superstars way past their prime and expect them to be that dude when they was in their prime. And I'm just going to laugh.
I just think that right now, instead of us trying to trade, and what I mean by the wrong reasons, we need to be active trying to trade away some of these guys we have on our roster so we can complete a full rebuild, right? How the hell are we trying to rebuild and make the playoffs? Does that even make any sense? Okay, like I can understand, and you remember what I said, Cuzzo, about building the young roster and the young movement while trying to contend. That's one thing, right? That's one issue. But trying to rebuild and contend, what are you, stupid? We need to go full rebuild. Julius Randle is playing his best basketball since the last 2 seasons, right? Yep, we need to trade him now. This is the time where we need to trade him because we can get some assets back. Like I said, nobody's walking through that door unless you draft the guy. So we need to go full rebuild right now and do that. But look, I will say this though, on the bright side, because I'm getting frustrated here. On the bright side, I'm glad that we paid for Jalen Brunson. I think that's one of the moves that we made that actually makes sense. I mean, the guy had back-to-back 30-point outings. Okay, he's showing that he can be that point guard stability that we need. We haven't had a point guard prior to him coming through that was worth any level of substance. Maybe you go back to the days of Raymond Felton. Okay, but now that we got that guy locked down. Now we can literally do what I just said to do and build around Jalen Brunson and go full throttle after that.
Yo, cousin, real quick, let me piggyback off of that. Jalen Brunson might not have the physical attributes as a lot of players, but he is definitely made of that stuff. I'm going to give him props, what props is due. He is definitely made of that stuff. That's a dude I would want on my team. That dude is a rock. That dude is solid. He got high basketball IQ. If you pick a superstar with this guy, y'all will be competing right now. Like, I'm going to be real with you. If y'all had Donovan Mitchell right now, I know that's a what if. I'm going to be honest with you. I would look at y'all like, yo, they got a shot. Because Jalen Brunson is definitely made of that stuff.
And when his shot is not falling down, he impacts the game in other areas.
Absolutely.
And it gives you 100% effort on both ends of the floor. And that's the kind of cat we need. We need a cat that's built for New York. His personality, I already saw it from when he was on the Mavericks. When they went on that run and I saw interviews of him and how he played, I said to myself, he can handle New York. Which else one of y'all going to handle New York? Which one of y'all can? And when you talk about the NBA and how soft it is, and I'm going to talk about a little bit more when I get to my what up segment, right? There's one guy in particular I'm going to mention. But when you talk about how guys, they want to be traded after you tell them, yo, why you late for practice, right? Trey Young and this and that. Guys are so soft that they know they're not built for New York, and that's why I also think they don't want to come to New York. But it is what it is.